everyone, and welcome back to my channel Gabbabetic, and welcome to today's video where I'm continuing my Medtronic User Guide Series. Today's video is all about the Medtronic 780g Insulin pump as always, but we're going to be talking specifically about Temp Target. I did do a whole video on exercising with the Medtronic 780g Insulin pump where I did talk about setting temp targets in that, but it was a very long video, and if you remember, it was very intense and very difficult as well to exercise when I just got the pump. So I didn't want people to have to go through that to find the info. So I thought I'd do a little video today. So first of all, what is a temp target? Basically, it's short for temporary target. So on the Medtronic 780g insulin pump, there's 3 blood glucose targets when you're in SmartGuard. I just had a quick check on the pump there. My blood glucose target is 6.1. And I think the others are 5.5 and 5, but that's mine anyway from my pump training. Whether that'll change in the future, I don't know. But back to the temp target. So there's 3 blood glucose targets that you can have in SmartGuard mode. Temp target, it actually kind of raises this blood glucose target. So the temp target your pump is aiming for in that mode is 8.3. So it's slightly higher than the other targets. And this is because when you're in temp target, primarily you'll be doing exercise. So the pump wants to have you that little bit higher because exercise is probably going to drop you. So the pump is aiming for a blood glucose of 8.3 instead of 5 or 6. So if you think about it, this makes sense, because if you're at maybe 8.5, your pump is not going to give you any more auto corrections because it knows your temp target is 8.3, and if it gives you any more, you're going to drop down, and exercise is going to drive that further down. If you forgot to set your temp target for exercise, your pump still thinks, oh, my target is 5 for the blood sugar, so I'm going to give auto corrections to try bring this down, but then the exercises also bring you down as well, and you could go hypo. So that's why the temp target is so important, particularly for exercise, which in my case today is what I'm doing. I'm going to go for a walk. I want to have my blood glucose that little bit higher target, so I'm going to set it now. The guidance I was given was for exercise, you should set the temp target an hour before the exercise, plus the duration of the exercise, plus 15 minutes to half an hour after. So say it's 11 a.m. now, I'm going to exercise at 12, so I'm set my temp target an hour before. My exercise is probably going to be half an hour, so that's half 12, so that makes it an hour and a half. Plus I give myself an extra half an hour after, so because the blood glucose could still be dropping from the exercise. So that's another half an hour, so that's 2 hours. So I want a temp target of 2 hours in total. So basically you want to have temp target a bit before, an hour in my case, duration of the exercise half an hour, and a bit after half an hour. So that's usually what I kind of do for going for just a walk with Lana, that kind of thing. Definitely really important to set it for exercise first of all, but also to set it that bit before, because you need to allow time to your pump to realize the new target is 8.3 and kind of adjust for this to either stop giving you insulin if you're under that. I've had it in that video where the learning to exercise where I didn't set the temp target enough time before, and I was hypo going for the walk or the run because I hadn't given the pump enough time. So that's really important to set it before. So let's go ahead and show you how to set a temp target, because I want mine to be in place for when I go walking in an hour. I am actually in hypo at the moment, which is obviously not ideal, but we move on. So I have treated it, by the way. So not ideal to be low before, but here we are. So I want to go into my pump. I go into the SmartGuard settings, click on there. There's temp target. I click on here. And like I said, mine's kind of already pre-programmed at 2 hours because it kind of knows. But you can change that by going up and down, and we'll have a look in the user guide, but I think you can set this for up to 24 hours. The max that I've done at the moment has been 8 hours, and I did that for my climbing a mountain video. If you haven't seen that, I'll link that down below. So I pick 2, and it says target is 8.3. So I just start it. You can see then a banner comes up and a little picture of a guy exercising there. He's running. So this will actually start to count down. So you don't need to go back into anything to see the timer start to count down. And if you want to cancel it, very easy as well. So say, oh, I decided it's lashing rain, I'm not going to go for a walk. I go in, I just cancel temp target, and then it tells me, so it tells me what was left, and I just click cancel. Obviously I'm not going to cancel now because I'm going for the walk, but then this banner would go. So you can see now it's counting down to 1.59 hours. So I'll stay at this temp target for 2 hours now, and that should bring me way up for my walk because I've given it enough time before. and cover me for exercise. As usual in these videos, I always go and have another look at the Medtronic user guide just to make sure I'm giving you all of the information. So there's basically one page. It just says a temp target of 8.3 can be set for events such as exercise or other times when less insulin is needed. So from talking to other people with type 1, sometimes where you might set a temp target that's not exercise could be, you know, you're doing a presentation, you want your blood sugar a bit higher, you're doing an important meeting. And then not exercise as such, but things like, what if you're doing like the food shop or grocery shop, whatever you call it, but you're walking around, it's still kind of exercise, so you could set a temp target for that. So there are kind of other situations that you might need it. An important note, the auto correction feature is inactive during active temp target. It resumes after temp target completes. So I actually didn't know that because I thought the pump could still auto correct and bring you down, but that's basically saying that it's kind of disabled in that time. Now I'm low right now, so that's fine because I don't need auto corrections. Just something to bear in mind that there are no auto corrections when the pump is in temp target. Interesting. Then it just tells you how to set it, and it says the duration can be between 30 to 24 hours and it goes up in 30-minute increments. You saw that when I was setting it. And that's literally it. So yeah, the only thing I learned there, useful piece of information, was that the auto correction feature is inactive during active temp target and it resumes after. So maybe something to bear in mind if you are like really high blood sugar and you want to do exercise, maybe think about that. But yeah, that is my temp target video. I have mine on now. The time, it is 1 hour 55, so I'll be grand in an hour to go walk, and then I'll be covered for the walk and after the walk. Very easy to do. Let me know if you have any other questions on temp target. I hope that helped. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Be sure to give a like and a comment down below.